After winning 2019 World Youth Chess Championship, Indian chess grandmaster Rameshbabu Praggnanandhaa is competing at 2019 World Junior Chess Championship, but without much success. In round 8 he suffered the second loss in this tournament, and in this video I want to share that same game played in round 8 against Spanish chess grandmaster Miguel Santos Ruiz. In this game, Santos Ruiz was playing with white pieces and he opened up with e4. Praggnanandhaa responded with Sicilian defense c5 and knight f3, e6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3 and knight c6. With the 4 knights variation and knight takes c6, white is going for the exchange variation. B takes c6, e5, knight d5, knight e4. Later in this line, usually white is trying to exploit the weakness of the dark squares. Here black played rook b8, but this is a very rare continuation. Usually in here black is proceeding either with queen c7 or bishop b7 or queen a5 check. But in our game we have rook b8. Here comes bishop d3, queen c7, the pawn is under attack, we have f4 and queen b6. Black is emphasizing the vulnerability of G1 A7 diagonal. Queen e2, bishop e7, c4. White wants to kick away the knight from this perfect outpost, but in return black counterattacked white knight on e4. Here we have knight d6 check, bishop takes d6, e takes d6, knight goes back on f6 and b3. There was too much pressure on b2, which was hindering the development of the dark squared bishop. That's why Santos goes for b3 in order to fianchetto his bishop, bishop b2, and later this monster on b2 will play an essential role in the game. a5 and a very risky but at the same time interesting decision by Santos Ruiz, castling queenside. With this move he demonstrates that he's ready for a sharp battle and he's not afraid of black's attack. a4, bishop c2, a takes b3, a takes b3 and c5. It turns out that c5 is a mistake, after which black's position collapses quickly. Instead it was better to make a prophylactic move like rook f7, but in our game we have c5, with which black is opening up the long diagonal in order to fianchetto the light squared bishop, but this taps into a mighty attack. Here we go g4. By the way, I have to tell you that instead of playing rook f7 in here, bishop a6 is also playable. Pinning the pawn and preparing a move like knight d5, and then if needed black can even go for queen e3 check, offering the exchange of queens. But in our game c5 was played and a powerful g4 by Santos Ruiz is on the board. With this move white wants to open up the g file and target black king, bishop b7, but let's take a look what if black accepts the pawn sacrifice. Then in this case white can play rook g1 with a direct rook takes g4 threat. If bishop b7 for example, then anyways this rook takes g4 is coming, a mighty exchange sacrifice which is allowing white to open up the g file, and then queen h5. These bishops are simply monsters guys, and black is in trouble, white is winning. Or after g4, if a move like f takes g4, then again rook g4 with rook takes g4 threat. And if you play a move like h5, then simply h3. And again, black has little chances of saving the game. Let's go back. In our game after g4, Praggnanandhaa played bishop b7 and rook g1. Bishop e4. With this move, black is neutralizing white's light squared bishop, but is doing it in the cost of giving up a pawn. Bishop takes c2, queen takes c2, e takes f5 and queen takes f5. Right now the threat is rook takes g7. For example, if a move like queen takes b3, then white can checkmate black king in 5 moves. Rook g1 check is coming. If king h8, then queen takes f6. Let's go for a queen sacrifice guys and announce a checkmate. Truly a spectacular checkmate, right guys? Who knows the name of the mating pattern? please leave your comment. Meanwhile, let's see what happened in our game. After queen takes f5, Praggnanandhaa played this defensive knight e8 move, but even this didn't stop white from going for a rook sacrifice. Actually, the engine says that knight e8 allows white to checkmate black king in 7. Rook takes g7. Here we go, guys. This is the first rook sacrifice in this game. Knight takes g7, queen e5, rook f7, and the last piece is also joining the attack. King f8, rook takes g7, queen d8, and the second rook sacrifice in our game, which forced Praggnanandhaa to resign. If king takes g8, then queen h8 checkmate is coming. Truly a brilliant attack by Ruiz Santos, which I hope that you enjoyed greatly. In the end, a chess puzzle for you where the task is to find the winning line for white. It's white to move, and I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. In the end, feel free to check out these suggestions as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.